Howdy, it's Dale from the Camper in the Woods. Got some on my mind. When did the definition of an American start excluding being a patriot, courage, bravery, integrity, uh, pride, compassion, togetherness, united? When did all those key ingredients to being an American uh, leave, be taken away? You see, I would call myself a patriot quite a bit the last 15, 20 years when we all started seeing the big change. There's something that I'm going to start calling myself an American because that's what I am. I'm a proud American. I'm not a militia. I do not belong to any militia. I'm just a proud American. And but I will say this while I'm on the subject. The Second Amendment, our right to keep and bear arms, does say in it, a, for a well-regulated militia, to for in case of tyranny and whatnot from the government. So let's talk about that for a second. Malheur. We got Antifa, and we've seen the destruction. We've seen the deaths, the killing, the armed occupation. Sorry, get worked up when I start talking about that. But we've all seen it. The riots and trying to control who you vote for by beating you with bike locks or whatnot, and the police can't do nothing. But these cowboys in Malheur, they take a stand against something that is really, in the last 2 years, courts have proved that they didn't break any law except occupying that refuge building. But what happened was they weren't militia. But what happened is, without them really realizing it, they turned into exactly what our founding fathers said a well-regulated militia when there's tyranny is. LaVoy was the spokesman. He turned into the spokesman. He's a level-headed, highly educated, compassionate man. Wouldn't hurt nobody. What happened? They were making progress. They were really making progress and showing what the BLM and Forest Service and stuff have been doing to everybody. Obama and Governor Brown in Oregon ordered their execution. Kill orders. Shoot them on sight. Who did they kill? LaVoy, the spokesperson. Then the whole thing just fell apart. And then when the Oregon State Police and the FBI found out they were lying, that the law enforcement were lying and covering up crap that happened at the kill site, the same government that hired them to kill LaVoy tried them. And of course they were found not guilty, but still nobody can explain the lost or the missing cartridges and who shot the other shots while the pickup was moving and hadn't posed a threat. Never did pose a threat. You look at the film, he didn't try to hit that FBI agent. That jerk jumped in front of him trying to shoot him through the windshield. Yeah, that was an execution by our government. They didn't set out for a well-regulated militia, but that's what they ended up with, and look what happened. They had their mess together, and they were getting things done and opening eyes, and bam, he gets killed. Okay, let's look at Antifa. Look what they've done. Torn down statues in the South. Our history. They've taken God out of all of our schools. That's part of a cleansing, a brainwashing. They're trying to rewrite history. Do as I do, or don't, or go some other country. It's starting to sound more like communism to me. North Korea, maybe, or Islamic State. And they get away with it. They literally invade our streets. At Trump supporters this last election, I'm still shocked at what happened. All the people that were beat and hit and killed because of who they were voting for by Antifa and the law enforcement. If they even so much as raise a hand against one of them, like happened in Portland while the trial against the FBI agent that lied, Estrada or whatever his idiotic name is, and yeah, I mean that. I don't have no respect for a liar like that with a badge. But yeah, they won't do nothing. They got a little loud at them, the police did, and they started throwing a fit. They're going to see the city and they're going to do this. And how dare they, do a flashbang or whatever to try to disperse them from attacking a Jesus Christ rally. These people were just walking around praising God with signs of Jesus. Yeah, look it up on YouTube. One of them got hit by a car. I mean, God does work in mysterious ways. I'm here at the summit. I call this Internet Ridge. Used to get internet up here. That's the Ochoco's behind me. And as you can see, let's see if I can try to get some of it in. It's a smoky mess. We got fires all around us. That's another video, but I wanted to hit on that Patriot thing. It bothers me that these values have been drawn out of what is an American. An American is already a patriot. A true American is a patriot. They're brave, courageous. They should stand up when their government's shutting down them and pissing on them and telling them it's raining. They need to stand up and say, no. I'm not talking violent. I'm saying people stand up and say, we need to go back and look this over again. They work for us. They don't control us. They work for us to govern the country. And they're not doing it right. You need to step up and say something peaceably. So anyway, this is Camper in the Woods, and it's getting dark, so I'm going to shut her down for now. We'll talk to you later.